And in 1804, January 1, 1804, Dessalines declares independence for, and he names the new country Haiti, which is the indigenous people's name for the island. It means land of the mountains. Now, I wanna just leave with one note because you may or may not be aware, Haiti is still a very, 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 very poor country. And besides, after Dessalines, they had many, 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 and eventually I'll do videos on it, rounds of one dictator after another, and the people have really been through a lot. But I just want to make it clear that they really got started off on a horrible foot, because even though Dessalines declared independence in 1804, the French did not recognize Haiti until 1805. So, sorry, 1825. French recognize. And the only reason why they recognize, you might say, well, who cares about recognition? Who cares what the former colonial masters think? But until they recognized it, they were essentially embargoing Haiti. They weren't allowing any trade to actually go on with Haiti. So it was really on the front of a barrel of a gun. And in order to be recognized, Haiti had to agree to 90 million francs 90 million francs of debt to France. Of debt to France. And just to be clear of how much money this is, here's this small island. Here's this small island of newly freed, or half of an island, of newly freed slaves. And they were forced to owe France. And this actually was further reinforced by the United States and Great Britain. So it shows to show you even former enemies can kind of agree when it comes to oppressing a small impoverished islands. But they had to owe France the equivalent of 1.5 times what the United States paid for the Louisiana Purchase. They had to pay, this was 60 million francs. They got all of Louisiana. Now France is telling Haiti, you owe us 90 million francs. Or that's roughly the equivalent of 14 or 15 billion dollars in today's terms. And this is for a population of essentially 500,000 freed slaves. So it's kind of a horrendous amount of debt. And just to be clear, this isn't something, this wasn't like the crazy colonials in the, early 19th century forcing to do this. This debt was not paid off with the interest. Not paid off until 1947. They were continuing to pay the debt. And just to add insult to injury, the reason for the debt, they claim it was for lost property. So that's why France claimed that Haiti owed them the money, for lost property. Lost property, where included in the list of lost property was land and slaves. Essentially, now that you've got your freedom, you owe us a ton of money for essentially us losing the rights to own you. So it's just insult to injury. And actually, I was shocked the first time I learned this number, that they were forced to continue to pay debts from one poor country, one small poor country, right over here. They had to continue to pay debts to a Western developed nation until 1947, essentially to buy their freedom.